this is a safe place. You can pick up stuff, usually at any safe point. You have your airship, you have, cargo and food, and depending on how good your scan is, you can zoom in. Alright, let's just go
Units received.
Alright, so you have your exosuit inventory. You start off with like a really small amount. 16 slots or something like that. And then whenever you want to upgrade your inventory, you need to go to like a drop pod site. And you can randomly just come up upon drop pod sites by running around and exploring by foot. And there's another way to find drop pod sites. You can run into a beacon, an old beacon. It has a red light. Basically you go into your craft products, you go into your chips, and you make a bypass chip. You make a bypass chip when you plutonium and iron. Very common on every planet. You can find them wherever. Basically, you just make a bypass chip. For every beacon that you want to hack into, you just make a chip. And when you make the chip, you hold square at the beacon, and it'll pop up with some instructions. And in the selections pocket, if you want to find drop pods, you will select the bottom option, the shelters. The shelters will then it might not always be a drop pod location. It'll be a shelter location or a drop pod location.
Life support power low.
Maybe some other things, like if you wanted to you could get transmission towers, you could get waypoints, and waypoints, can be advanced flashpoints, and other things to diversify the drift points. The outpost function will, they give you certain things like refining outpost or command outpost, things like that. And basically when you go to it, there'll be like a steel door where you would normally enter a building. And inside those buildings you would basically get a recipe or something to help you along the journey. Sometimes you'll get one of these modules for your exosuit. Sometimes you'll get a starship. And then recipe. Randomly, like the other day I got this one, I bring it to you. I'm just searching for stuff in the clubhouse. And the top option. Which I can remember. These boxes always drop down. These pods always have shielding or nothing. And these have a drop down. The black things. I think that's the Corvax stuff. Like fascination beads. It's just like trades. You can sell these at any trade community, and be various green things. Usually I don't keep them because they don't suffer very much. But in the beginning, you don't know anything. These are worth selling off. It's part of the Corvax. This is from a transmission tower. This transmission tower sent me to a crash site, and in order to get there I have to solve this problem, and they're basically all math problems. If you're not very good at math or doing it in your head, I suggest you write it down. And obviously lots of people at these sites, they just pick the wrong answer and try again. And most people probably don't know that if you do it once, they just go away and whatever. But in my experience, the best selection is to do it maybe like 5 or 6 times and get yourself 5 or 6 different crash sites if you're trying to improve making your starship better, where you're looking for dismantling parts from other ships or whatnot. You can be doing that as well. And this one's basically times 2 times 3 times 4 times 5 times 6, so 6 times 120 is 720. And basically this will tell you it's and it will zoom out and it'll zoom back in and then it'll take and apparently by walking it's 6 minutes and 20 seconds. And that one's actually kind of close, so like some of them will be like an hour, 30 minutes away, hour away, 2 hours away, depending on how big your planet is. I think the farthest one I've gotten was like 4 hours away. And getting there by Starship is still like far away, so if you want to get there leave the atmosphere, use your pulse engine when you get into space, and when it tells you you can use L1 R1, I would boost closer to it until you get to a desired time frame in which you think you can tolerate. can be finding a planet farther away in the center. Unfortunately, not true. Still find nothing yet. If you can't fit through the hole, I suggest you get a plasma filter. Oh yeah, you can see these pieces, depending on their attributes. Some will take iron, some will take carbon, some will take iridium, or even if you follow them, you find stuff. Like the last one I got was like nickel, yeah, heat, nickel. Like these blue crystals are priceless. They're multi-tool. Games actually sort of important, and they feel weird. Okay, so Thamium refuels the pulse engine, and generally I keep 2 full stacks in here. One stack is for fueling the engine, and then another stack is for when you're making your warp cells. It takes 100. Species will have like 2 types, or you can identify them. Sometimes they'll find a male and female. Sometimes they won't have male and female dependent species. They'll just have adult and juvenile. I land on a pretty nice point. Terribly wrong with it. Here's a crash. Tiny stuff in the farm, capture and save destination. And then generally what I was doing before I stuck on this, you always get a blueprint for something for your ship. And then interaction with this is basically the black box of, the ship or whatever. And it'll say, you just read it, and then you'll choose an option. One option will either be good, be kind of good, or be good but it'll like damage you. It can be various things. So this one's the cockpit is pristine, devoid of damage, safe for that caused by the deceased pilot's impact against the control panel. Its data banks, however, look as if they could be brought back online. Lights intermittently flash around me as some systems clearly remain operative, one of which appears to be a sophisticated security sensor and camera array. And my options are loot ship for functioning technology or access the ship's databanks. Basically, you're probably getting some kind of blueprint for a ship or whatever. It could be for the ship, could be for your exosuit. And well, let's choose one. See, and then there you go. I got a starship blueprint. And then after that, you can always interact with the ship. This one has 47 slots. Well, it's got one less than mine. You can spin the ship by using the right analog stick. It only goes in a circle, there's no up or down. It's a medium-sized ship. If you really wanted a ship, you could compare. And basically, if you're moving from one ship to another, I suggest you dismantle, everything on your, current ship. And once you dismantle it, you move everything that you can over here onto the other ship. Basically, by moving it, you can transfer it by holding the triangle button. Or, if you want to keep your current ship, but you want the materials from this ship, from the ship that's abandoned, you can accept it. And then, it'd be a bad idea for me, because my ship's like 5 minutes away from me, but if you park close enough, you can dismantle this ship's stuff, and then transfer the needed materials you need from this ship to the other ship that you want. And basically, you could do ship farming, instead of like mining for materials like gold or emerald, aluminum, nickel, stuff like that. You can harvest stuff from ships. You can basically just do crash ship to crash ship to crash ship. And when you're starting out in the game, you have a low slot ship, the low slot starship. And to increase your slots without having to go and buy one, it's like I bought a 28 slot ship for what was it? I think it was for 3 million or something. They're expensive, they get more expensive. I think the 48 slot ships in some people's star systems, they go for 100 million. I don't even have that much. I think that the last 46 slot ship I saw was going for 96 million. That's a lot of money. So in case you don't want to buy your ships, basically you just you have a 20 slot ship. You run into a 21 slot ship, I suggest you upgrade, even if it's just one slot, and just keep doing it over and over again until you reach 48. And then once you reach 48, find other 48 slot ships that you would rather have. If you like a specific design or color that goes with that ship, I suggest you find it. But since I don't want this ship, and I don't particularly need any of the things on it, I don't see if I needed to go on this randomly come from. Yeah, that's the basics of switching ships. I'm pretty sure they're gonna either nerf it or not nerf it. But some items, when you dismantle them, they stack. And stackable items will be graphene balls. They'll come in stack of 5. And then if you find graphene balls on bury them, material plants, you can just stack them with neutrino modules, and that's the stuff. The other stackable item is the vortex cubes with the microdensity. That is just stack. But yeah, so those things will stack from dismantling starships only. I haven't found anything else that will remain on that stack once you get rid of it. But basically, I guess I can put an ACOG on that. It'll be like this color, or the aluminum color. This is kind of like a gold color, but emerald will have like a green shine on it. Gold will have a gold shine. Aluminum will definitely be like a silver color. And the thing will have a silver shine. Nickel and copper and iridium will all have like a brown shine. Iridium will come in the shape of an arch and a brown shine. When you run up to it, you'll see iridium on it. It is kind of rare though. It's not on every planet. The copper is very strange. Either it's attached to the ground or it's floating above the ground somewhere in a strange oval shape or a block or like a stick shape. Nickel, I haven't seen slowly yet. I've only basically, if you didn't want to leave your starship, you can basically collide into the main resource to unload like iridium or copper or whatever. It'll basically tell you what it is once you like nose up on it. The other thing we can talk about is your multi-tool. Multi-tools have a maximum slot of 24. To increase your multi-tool slot, you need to go to an advanced life form shelter. And at those shelters, there'll be a gun on the wall. If there is no gun on the wall on your planet or your system, I suggest you talk to the merchants anyway. Sometimes they'll just give away a multi-tool, or they'll trade your multi-tool for their multi-tool, and you don't need to accept trading it. They're just offering it to you. You can always decline. So on Gek planets, the multi-tool it'll basically be a red box with like a blue shiny center. It'll be on the left side of the wall for Gex. For the Korvax, it'll be on the right side of the wall, usually. And then for the Viking, the box is it could be on the left or the right side. I don't know why they don't just have one side there. And, basically, yeah, to improve your multi-tool inventory, you just need to keep finding more multi-tools. And the one I have right now is the Fleeting Impulse X. This is the first one I've come across in a while. I decided I wanted it, so I bought it. I bought it for 172,000. They're not very expensive. Some of them also have designs like one of them looked like a bubble gun. One of them looked like a fusion rifle from like Destiny or something. Some of them look like shotguns. Some of them look like pistols. You know, or what is it? A Magnum or whatever you want to call it. So they have different designs. They also have different colors. Like mine's yellow and blue. I've seen red and blue, yellow and green, green and red. They've also got like other colors like was it gray and yellow. Then they have like a forest green and black, or forest green and gray. There's a bunch of colors, so I haven't found all the colors yet. Just keep running into them. And I think the main things that the multi-tool comes with when you start off is, your mining beam, your scanner, your plasma launcher, a bolt caster, and your analysis visor. If you want to see far away, I suggest you have a range boost for your scanner. And the plasma launcher is for making holes in case you're like stuck in a cave or something and you've had it, or you're claustrophobic or something. Just shoot one of these plasma launchers through the ceiling to get out. It's very useful when you're stuck and you come to like a dead end or something, like you want to backtrack or something. Back basically, so start off looking like this in the beginning, and then you go over I really saw earlier in the video a hole because I couldn't get the slot. Depends, like, do you like shooting with your boltcaster? Put boltcaster stuff on. I really haven't fiddled with this gun. It came with the boltcaster stuff on it, but I don't really use it. Your mining tool basically can handle all the combat stuff you want, by having combat amplifier. And another thing on that, basically, if you want to combat or beam focus, they all stack. Like having 1, 2, 3 of everything, or 1, 2, 3, 4 of everything on the gun increases the damage, or increases the coolant, or increases intensity. They stack on top of each other. I don't think that because +2 is better than +1 doesn't mean they combine, or +3 is better than +2. But having +1, +2, and +3 is like +6, so don't think it's like less effective. You'll notice the difference if you spend enough time mining. I guess some things I wouldn't recommend for the plasma launcher would be like the homing. I can't really show you. The homing launch, the grenades or whatever. They track enemies. If you're trying to use them to like escape, cave or something, they go straight there. They basically don't do anything if you're using them for mining. And you can mine with the plasma launcher. the amount of materials you get is minimal. Like, I guess for the mining laser, you're getting like a stack of 15 or something. Your plasma launcher is only going to give you like maybe 4. Okay, so when you're trying to capture some birds will they'll move in a straight line for a while. Some of them will, dodge your every attempt at identifying them. And when that time comes, you basically shoot them down. Is your only option. And when you shoot them down on a grassy planet, you have to search continuously. Trying to find the body. Sometimes if you don't want where they fall, it takes forever to try to find them. And if you have a general idea of where they did fall, this is where your plasma launcher comes in, and you just blast the ground. You can't get rid of the body, so it just makes a hole, the grass goes away, leaves a hole, but sometimes you'll find the body. And you can just come up and identify it. I suggest you zoom in. And kill someone. Then of course they call each other. And if you're lucky the cameras will like, show you where they're right through the general area. Right here? Yeah, I got it. But like, yeah, if you want to blast a hole, like that one button makes a hole, and then I think I jettison the body somewhere, but anyway, yeah, if you shoot the hole in the side of the face into the body, like a body, then try to blow them up. And the body will find it. Well, I identify it. So, not so bad. You don't have to identify the plants on the planet to make 100% complete. To make 100% complete, what you need to do is find all the animals to make 100% complete. Well, I'm not sure you can really call them animals or beings or something. Alien life forms. Some of them look like horses, but the head is like plant with a tongue. Some breeds. I mean, they could look like they are animals or something, but they're more like insects, like giant insects. Roaming around or something. Some planets will have 2 types of birds, or 3 types of birds. Some planets that, if your planet has water, it will have fish, or an octopus, or, things that look like fish, or octopus, or whales, or sharks, or whatever. Things that look like. Not, well, I guess the size on some planets you may see like this dragon or long creature-like thing flying in the air. Those things could be swimming in the water on the next system. or you can find them flying, one species flying and having the same different species swimming. But the more things you identify, the more units you will obtain. So that's up to you. If you want to identify the planets on the animal, planets on the planet, or animals on the planet. Animals on the planet, well, the amount of units you obtain are different for I only have 7 animals. So for 7, I get 175 units when I complete all 7 animals. The more animals you find, the more units you obtain at the end. You also get units when you upload waypoints. You can rename and upload them, but once you have uploaded them, you can't rename and upload them again. So once you push them to the giant database that No Man's Sky has, there's no chance in redeeming yourself. Yeah, it's basically to collect your units. You just hold square and upload them. If you don't feel like pushing square each time for each one, just hold down square and drag your cursor over to the next one, and you can just, keep uploading them all like that. And then push, hold square on the arrow to move to the next screen. And so far, I think the most pages I've come across is 6 pages full of stuff. It's like 60 animals and plants all together. I mean, there could be more. I just haven't, run into any planets like that. I think some of the main points where the game crashes is like when you push the share button and you want to share your photos with your friends or something. That's one of the crashes that can come up. The other crashes, you don't use your options menu to check your animals or your plants, and you want to upload or name your stuff. There's like another common crash. And that's why we take a different crash and we go to the options. It happens randomly. And when you're doing an upload video, if you don't know where your ship is at, you can use the locator on the top. And your ship will come with you on the top, and then you can zoom in, and then you can see how far your ship is. Look at everything else and move from your ship. It says it's about 5 minutes to my ship, but that is not always true. Because then if you do the one point mouse or something about to swallow you. Here's this bottle. It's always yellow. Collecting these is very important. I don't know if it's rare or anything, but collecting these, it's actually cheap to buy it. The traders too, they have it. I would always make sure you have some on you. like finding, let's say your inventory gets full and you're mining like gold or something, and you want to get that, the same gold mine, and usually you can never find it once you go and sell your stuff, and whatnot. You can, if you really want to, you can make a giant area with a gold mine. You can see it from space. You can do that. It starts out being a game. I guess if you go to space and you see like leftover particles and space going on, it's most likely going to be family. The other things that you can find in nickel looks like some kind of space flower floating around, or a space spore or something like that. And for me it was nickel in some systems. And then other things you can find would be titanium, silver, copper, iron, aluminum. So basically anything you find on planets you can find in space. Just look different. Titanium, it's most likely small, balls or oblong, polygon like shape. They're all small in size, like a cylindrical shape. For iron, it would most likely be a bulky chunk, a different color. I'll have like a different shade. So this is what it is. It's not always blue. Sometimes it's red, depending on what atmosphere of the planet and what the planet looks like. It could be red, it could be green, it could be yellow, it could be orange, it could be purple. This planet looks like blue. Sometimes I do this. I don't know if they go back. And they've never ran back for a while and come back. I don't know if they generate. How much more do I need? 100 keep a whole stack of this.
No free slots in ship inventory. No free slots in ship inventory. Technology recharge. Technology recharge.
Okay, so when you replenish your life support, you're going to be using basically what I did. You can use carbon, you can use plutonium, or you can use thallium for, rejuvenating your life support. For other stuff, like, it tells you zinc, titanium, or shielding shard. The zinc is kind of rare. I wouldn't use your zinc if you have it. Titanium can be obtained from finding yellow crystals. like that, like the chrysonite that I found earlier, like the blue crystal I found earlier. You can find yellow crystal, and you know, plutonium's the red crystal. And then like the secondary material on the planet in crystal form could be, you know, the same thing. It could be gold. It's always green though, by the way. So the green crystals could be gold, emerald, aluminum, you know, something like that. And then yeah. So when your planet has a ton of water, I suggest you make these aeration membranes. And the easiest thing to do is to carry around probably like 6 stacks of iron or 3 stacks of iron with you at all times, and then hopefully you can make any kind of shielding shard, because that's the easiest thing to do to recharge it. And then but if you really like killing, you know, sentinels or something, they give you titanium, and then when you kill them, they drop a canister, and those canisters hold, you know, various parts or blueprints for things. But you know, I don't really like killing sentinels unless I have to. On easygoing planets like this, they kind of like, they scare me in an adult way. On other planets, like, when you land there, it could say like hostile, and basically anything that you do on the planet, they'll come and attack you. When you identify a plant, they'll come to attack you. If you look at them, they attack you. If you're wandering around and you're in the general vicinity, they come to attack you. Anything you do on hostile sentinels, they come to kill you. So I generally avoid planets like that. If you really like titanium and you want to stack up on titanium really quick, I would, that's what you can do. Well, I guess if the sun's going down, the sun looks more red, more orange. Maybe you have noticed that watching the video, and you see this purple icon popping up. That's what we mean. I'm sure it's somewhere at the previous room I went to yesterday. Wasn't actually there. There was no room there. So maybe it was a glitch or something. Who knows? For jetpacks, push X, hold X down to keep boosting the general direction of your choice. Technically you can just run up here. It takes a little while, but you can run up this side. Or you can hold X and boost up here faster, depending on your jetpack size, which I haven't upgraded all the way. I just have +3 on here for general whatever. Oh shit, is over there. See, it says the room is over there. I'm probably gonna get there sooner or later. What else am I not told? Okay, so if you're trying to find animals, most likely there's no such thing as a night animal or a day animal. I have not come across any animals that come out just at night or just during the day. They just come out whenever you spend enough time in an area, and they just appear randomly. on some planets, maybe you won't be able to find the alpha. You know, usually they just come out randomly. Sometimes when I land my starship down and touch down for only a few seconds, I get attacked by some kind of animal. And usually that animal that attacks me is the last animal you need to identify. Basic would be, if you see many chrysomite, or any kind of crystal, or any kind of plant, mineral all together, I would try to take only one. I would only take one. If you want to take all of them, you can take all of them, but most likely a sentinel will come, you know, come scan the area. And if you're still in the area, it'll probably attack you. So your best option could be stay in and fight them, or you know, mine it real quick and then just run like hell and get out of there. Another thing would probably be save whenever you can. Like, even if it's like a pain in the butt or something, just save. So this one crashes the weirdest things. If you play too long, it crashes. Like earlier on some of the options menu, when you're trying to look at what animals you need to find, sometimes it crashes. Oh, well, I guess we could go over the animal, you know, like thing. Okay, so you're, like, this one right here is the bird.
Units received. Units received. Units
Okay, so
received.
your bird was named, whatever. And, yeah, usually your birds will be on the bottom. But if there's something below the birds, they'll be fish. On my planet, there is no water, or there probably is water, but the water doesn't have life. So there's no fish. The fish will always be at the bottom. And above the fish, there'll be birds. And then above the birds will be the land animals. This will be the same for every system. I haven't come across any planet that's only fish or only birds. There will always be some kind of animal. Maybe there's a bird, and maybe there's fish. But yeah, you can rename these or whatever. And I have 4 more animals to find. Maybe there'll be something I can come across and I can show you. Oh yeah, there's also your journey. Basically, your journey milestones tell you like what you have been, you know, whatever you have been doing. You know, you can, for the top one, it's, you know, exploring by foot. You know, after a certain amount of views, you can get a milestone. The next one is meeting aliens. Then the third one's collecting words. Right now I have 629. I can probably tell you that 400 of these words are probably Gek. Because the starting system that I landed in was Gek. For other people, it could have been Korvax or Viking. This is the most money I've obtained, and this is currently the amount I have. This is how many starships I've destroyed in space. Now, these starships can be friendly and unfriendly. Most of them are pirate ships, and then some of these starships are from, you know, Sentinels. Sentinels well, they're not like the flying sentinels on the planet. They're like starship sentinels will come out and attack you. They're kind of easy to kill, but once you hit what, level 3 or level 4, something like that, like their main starship will come out and that'll try to kill you while they spawn more sentinel starships. And from their ship they'll be shooting most likely a turret with like a green beam or a cannon fodder or whatever will be coming at you, so just make sure you have iron to replenish your shields. And then this is the number of sentinels I've destroyed. It could be different for you. Sentinels on planets will be looking like the floaty ones that you see scanning random stuff. The next tier up would be at level 3. You'll find a sentinel that looks like a dog, or like a guard dog, but it's all mechanical, of course. And then the next tier up would be, I think, level 4 or 5. They'll send out like a giant walking. I don't know if you watched my video from yesterday. It'll come out like a, I don't know, kind of looks like one of those Star Wars, I don't know, a walking mechanical thing that likes to destroy things with its beam. The next one I'm not too keen on, but surviving in extreme conditions. The following extreme conditions could be one of the following, like a super hot planet. You'll have to say extreme on the, like, if you push your left button on your controller, usually it'll come up. Or if you go to your options menu and you look at the planet, it'll tell you like the weather. Sometimes it won't say extreme, but the lettering will be red. It'll be kind of like flashing red or in red text. Right, so it's either super hot, super cold, super radiation, super toxic. What else am I missing? Right, super toxic, super radiation, super heat, and super cold. It'll be like one of those combinations. It'll say extreme, but down here where it says your life support, right above it it'll say extreme, condition. Like on some planets, it could be like a regular cold planet, but the storm might be coming, and extreme may pop up only for the storm. And then what's the other things? And then the next one would be warped, like how many times you've warped from one system to the next. And then the bottom one is like, how many planets have you found all of the animals on? And this could be easily obtained by running into planets that have no animals on it. Basically, all you do is claim the planet and you discovered all the species on it. That would be like the fastest way of trying to max this out if that's what you really wanted to do. I'm thinking that more than half of these I've actually found all the animals on because the planets were interesting. Yeah, and that's most of it. Move it over. Oh yeah, when you're finding your drop pods, it'll look like this, but it'll be blue. It'll be like a blue hologram of the exosuit. There are other locations where you can find these exosuit inventory pluses. Like if you go to this what is the space station? And if you have your Atlas V1 chip, there will be an area where you can like access an area, and in that area you may find one of these in there. You can find one of these for free, I guess. Well, not for free, I guess, because you need your Atlas V1 chip. And to get your Atlas V1 pass, you need to warp around a few times. And if you use your space scanner, an anomaly will appear. And if you go into the anomaly, you know, there'll be a chance where you may be able to get your Atlas V1 pass. And I think it's like, if you fulfill the criteria, like for mine, I think it was, if I went to my journeys page, for my encyclopedia, I had to be at least milestone 3 or above to receive it. So basically, all you needed was 3 planets, I think, to be fully discovered. All the species. And I'm still looking for V2 and V3, and I'm sure you've run across doors like in the space station. Sometimes there'll be V2s and V3s. And on planets that have like these buildings, probably not the observatory, but certain buildings that are long. Actually, we can try. Yeah, like over here, you'll see Atlas V2 pass. I can't do it because V2 preferred. But basically the same thing for V3. This one's V2. I don't know what's in them, but I'm pretty sure it'll be like energy or plutonium or something. Yeah, these little tiny canisters will have plutonium in them, or they'll be empty. Over here, these will have blueprints in them. Let's see. Anything else in here? Like, there'll be something like this, but there'll be like an animal or some kind of test subject inside. You can like acquire or set them free or whatever, and they'll give you an increase in whatever planet, or like Gek or whatever, increased reputation. You can collect these carbons. Yeah, if you want to talk to people again, usually requires like 20 carbon to talk to them again. Of course, I don't understand the Korvax. Gee, which option? I think one of them might be shield, and one of them is talking about my multi-tool. I don't know. Let's find one. Well, of course I already have it. Pretty sure I have all of them. Might not have all the recipes, but I have pretty much all the blueprints. I can hit your scan button. I'm sure I'll tell you what's in the area. Like if you really wanted to know what was through the door where you couldn't access. So there's probably some kind of energy supplement inside the V2 door. It could be anything. Hopefully they're like warp cells or something. Plutonium? Not really.
No free slots in ship inventory.
Before down for play, basically it's going to say that the rain is going to be super cold. So even if you land on a role play, the rain is cold. I think the rain actually can be hot as well, but it'll have to be on the hot end. Looks like there's another building up there. Yeah, you run into like these weird things. These apparently can't be identified on this film. And then there's like another planet where there's something just like this. Like the easiest way to say is if you buy your starship, you just leave it. This one is. There's 4.2. Top. This looks like an abandoned building. Well, this is an abandoned building. Abandoned buildings when you walk in will most likely have this weird alien life form or whatever inside. I mean, sometimes there'll be like a little something will attack you, but I don't see. These will restore your health. Okay. You reach the screen, which is right here. It'll tell you abandoned building. Basically, it'll just tell you like some past or something that happened. Something happened to this person, and you just analyze the dialogue. And when you analyze the dialogue, sometimes they'll give you like a blueprint or something, or
Technology recharge.
So to make a warp cell, if you have the plans, right? First thing you need is some carbon. Some carbon to make the suspension fluid. I might be able to just get one from here. And once you get this, you'll need to make an electron vapor. When you make the electron vapor, you need the suspension fluid and some plutonium.
Product constructed.
And once you make the electron vapor, you need to make antimatter. Antimatter requires ferridium and zinc. That's why I'm saying you should put some zinc on it.
Product
Once you make the
constructed.
antimatter, you need to make the warp cell.
Product constructed.
And then you can just charge it up. Yeah, it only goes up like
Technology
20%.
recharge.
And you'll need 20% to fly somewhere once. If you want to warp somewhere once, you need 20%. It doesn't matter how far you go, or the maximum, amount, whatever it is, 157 or 175 light years or something. It takes 20%. It doesn't matter how far you go. One system to another, or 5 or 6 systems, or into a black hole, or whatever. Well, if you go through a black hole, there's a chance that one of your warp drive, reactors could go down. Like I think last time before my warp reactor theta was busted or whatever. And to fix one, you need 500 ammo, 500 gold, and one of those dynamic resonators. So always try to carry gold ammo with me, a whole stack in case something breaks.